One of the fiercest rivalries in the BBL resumed as the Lions hosted the Riders. A family emergency meant no Rob Paternoster on the sidelines for Leicester. The visitors got off to a good start, leading by 6 early on. But this Daniel Northern dunk off a lovely toss from Demarius Bowles made it 13-15 midway through the first. Steph Van Gill gave the Lions their first lead of the contest from behind the arc, and Mike New's squad would hold the lead for much of the next 20 minutes. Robert Youngblood entered the fray against the side he began the season with and quickly went to work inside and out as the Lions went 23-18 in front. Northern was giving Leicester problems inside. This layup was followed by a couple of freebies after Aaron Hardy was whistled for a foul on this challenge. Robert Youngblood thought he'd finished the quarter with this jumper, but Cameron Rundles quickly raced down court, did a buzzer-beating three-pointer to make it 29-27 after a high-scoring opening 10 minutes. Bowles edged the Lions 6 points clear again, and when Carl Josie hit from downtown, MK had moved into a 7-point lead at 36-29. Brett Royster's throwdown cut the gap down to a basket again, but the Lions refused to give up their lead. Crawford with back-to-back scores to give them a slight advantage. Bowles was proving unstoppable for Milton Keynes, and Gill's home court bounce on this triple gave them the largest lead in the game at 48-39. This steal and tremendous outlet pass by Aaron Hardy found Brad Wisbicki to make it 52-50 with still some time to play in a high-scoring first 20 minutes. Bowles continued to be money for the Lions and followed up that with a super assist to Daniel Northern, and the Lions took a 56-51 lead into the locker room. Plenty of points for the capacity crowd to cheer in the first half. Not that Bowles was done at that point, he made it a 7-point lead for the Lions before Riders made their charge. Rundles began it with a 3, and Royster capped a 7-2 burst that had Leicester into the lead for the first time since the opening couple of minutes. It was short-lived, however, as Bowles quickly had MK back in front, and defensively Northern collected his 4th block of the contest. Royster gave Northern the eyes and jammed it in to tie things at 64 as the two teams went score for score. Northern replied, but at the other end, Hardy swished home a triple and Leicester led 67-66. Cue Demarius Bowles to take over the game. He would score 8 in a 10-2 run by the home side that had them back in control at 75-69. But momentum was about to swing back Leicester's way. Rundles hit the last 4 points of the third quarter, and then Brad Wisbicki hit back-to-back jump shots early in the 4th period. So by the time Rundles connected from long distance, the Riders had poured in 11 straight to open their biggest lead of the contest at 82-75. Riders threw 2 men at Bowles, but it didn't stop him, whilst at the other end, Aaron Hardy's persistence kept Leicester 7 points clear. Another dunk from Northern sparked another momentum shift, leaving plenty for standing Coach Williams to think about. Howard Crawford made it 6 straight points for the home side and tied the game at 86. And then Lions were back in front as Bowles capped a 9-0 run with a pull-up 3. Aaron Hardy cut it to 89-88 with this dunk in transition, but Northern replied in kind, so the Lions were 91-88 in front. Brad Wisbicki had struggled from behind the arc, but this long-range effort levelled the match at 91. Steph Gill matched that shot with the triple of his own. Sullivan scored for the Riders before Demarius Bowles went to the line and took his personal tally to 39 and the lead to 3. Rundles with the head fake in the corner knocks down a game-tying shot 45 seconds from the buzzer. Bowles' step back falls short and Riders have possession with 28 ticks to go. Rundles runs it down and calmly slots home a long-range effort. They weren't quite as calm in the away section. Rundles up to 30. Noise was deafening at this stage as the Lions had one last chance to tie it with 4.7 seconds remaining. Robert Youngblood eventually stepping back to fire up the 3, but it rimmed out and the Riders won. Yet another thriller between these squads. Final score, Lions 96, Riders 99.
First of all, I want to send our thoughts and prayers out to Lucas Paternoster, Rob's son. He was had an accident accident at home, and he had to be rushed to the hospital. So he's doing fine. They just had to run some tests on him, make sure everything was clear before he could leave. So, I had to step in there, field let him, and, we just have to pull together, as they say. So it's a big job, but we were ready for it. Hey, you know what? I always said I want to be a coach when I finish playing. I'm starting to reconsider because this is very stressful, but I won't have any other way. I mean, to get my first win as a head coach against the Lions means a lot to me, but it also means a lot to this organization to get a win down here. We had the tie. We got the defensive stop and had the last shot, so I just want to kind of pull it out, run it down to the last second, and make sure we had the opportunity to get a good look in an offensive rebound possession. Fortunately, thanks God, he knocked in the three, and it gave us an opportunity to set our defense up and give us an opportunity to switch and make sure they didn't get the three off on the other end.
No words, really. I hate to lose a game that way. I mean, those are good games to play, and we just prefer to be on the other end of the win. You know what I'm saying? We'd rather win that game than lose that game, especially at home.
We had our ups and downs, playing Milton Kings, there's going to be some times they're going to go on a lot of runs, but they're going to give up some runs too. So in this game, it's going to come down to the end of the game, just like last game. I mean, we played them at home. They were up big on us. We come back. You hit a last shot, and then they come back, and Sturk actually didn't play today. So maybe if he would have been in the game, maybe the results would have been different, because he's like the Leicester Rider killer from a couple weeks ago. So it was great, man. It was a great game, great atmosphere out there. If anybody was at the game or played in the game can witness that or concur with me with that. So I think it was a great game both ways, and we're fortunate to come out on the winning side on the road. I guess you could say a couple lucky shots, buzzer beater shots, but when the cards are on your hand, I hit a couple buzzer beaters. Why not go for three at the end of the game? So, but we played well, and if you look back at the game, it was those last couple possessions where we executed. They go up three. I think Gill hits a three. Hardy makes a great play. The attack gets me a wide open shot. Then we put him on Bowles because he had been killing me all night. He had 39 points. I mean, credit that guy. He's tough, leading scorer in our league. Hardy plays great defense on him, makes him take a tough shot. We get a stop. Then, the last shot of the game was, just shoot it. Just throw it up there, Cam. It'll go in. It's a buzzer beater. Just throw it up there, man.
Oh, man, it's a difficult one to swallow, obviously. Any last-second losses to lose on the buzzer or last-second, it's always a tough one to swallow. But you got to give them as you take them. And, last time we played them, we beat them on a last-second shot. Tonight was similar. Even though we had the ball with a few seconds left, they played great defense on that possession. And you got to give those guys credit. They came out and played hard without their coach. All of our prayers go out to Coach Paternostro. We hope everything is okay with him and his family. But this team really came out and played hard for him. Give those guys credit. They didn't shoot the ball well at all the first half. 1 for 10, I think they were from the three-point line. But they kept their heads up and stayed in the game, and they relied on their defense to create their offense. And I think that their 23 points off of our 16 or 17 turnovers tell the whole story for us. We're just trying to do a better job of taking care of the ball, and hopefully we can do that tomorrow night.